being excluded from the debates. We are a legitimate third party in this state. Why is he being excluded? Is Mr. O'Malley afraid of what he has to say? He doesn't.
We love point.
How you doing, sir?
Good. How you doing?
Lock her up. Lock her up. Lock her up. Lock her up. Open
Where'd you guys get those big signs from?
Why? You want a couple?
They're huge.
You want a couple?
No, that's okay.
These are just our yard signs.
I would want these more than anything. Woo!
Yes, sir. Well, we're tempted. They won't even let us eat. They won't not right now. There's a thing where they have early signs posted up, but when we go to post our signs up, they've said that they don't want. It's some crazy law, some crazy rule saying we can't post our signs
Yes,
up.
no, it's all in the city.
It's all.
It's
Right now, the best democracy that money can buy.
Walker Avenue is the dividing line, so
Yeah,
it's in the
well, we
city,
got
it's the
early
43rd.
signs out and O'Malley signs out, and when we go to put our signs out, then we're getting a whole bunch of grief.
Hi, how you doing?
Well, then they need to come get these.
I told him he won't. He turns his back on us.
My ass.
Oh,
Maria.
it's supposed to start at 7. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm not really planning on it.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Happen.
All right. Okay. All right. All right. Peace.
Here with the can.
Ed, what's going on tonight?
Tonight there is a sort of pseudo debate, a gubernatorial debate. The unfortunate thing is, all of the voices of Maryland will not be heard. You'll hear voices from the Democratic Party, and you'll hear voices from the Republican Party, but you will not hear the voices or representation from folks that are the independent or third-party candidates, folks that have no desire to vote for either one of the candidates. Their voices will not be heard because the person they want to represent, Ed Boyd, myself, they will not allow me in the MPT for this debate. I've always said that right now, Maryland has the best democracy that money can buy. It goes hand in hand with what's going on with the money that BG&E Constellation has given both Ehrlich and O'Malley and the state legislators. So it looks like it's business as usual, and it's gone up high as MPT, which I always thought was unbiased in how they're handling things, but I've been found to be wrong. So just from the response that we have gotten here in trying to participate in a debate which is supposed to be civil and supposed to show the rest of the world what democracy was all about.
So, Mr. Boyd, you're disappointed. You won't be allowed in there to the debate. So what's going to happen then? O'Malley and Ehrlich will get in there and just cover the things that the duopoly wants to cover.
Absolutely, absolutely. Neither one will probably talk, or they will not talk about the real issues that concerns Maryland. They'll banter back and forth like two spoiled kids in a sandbox. And who's the real loser? The citizens of Maryland.
And what kind of issues you think won't get discussed tonight?
Well, the number one issue would be the deal with BG&E and how we looked at it and how we find ways on how to make it affordable and feasible for the citizens of Maryland, especially in this area here, where we call for a complete takeover of the power plants and the transmission lines.
And if I'm not mistaken, both of these candidates took money from either Gas and Electric or their parent organization.
They
during
have
this
indeed.
campaign.
It's an estimated they've taken over $150,000, and they have refused to even attempt to give it back.
Now, I know in the case of Ehrlich, the public record shows he received $16,000 from Jack Abramoff, and I understand he gave that money back.
Yes.
But I always wondered, what was that money for?
Yeah.
Why did he give him $16,000?
Well, I mean, information that we have gotten is that when Mr. Ehrlich was a House Representative, that his wife was given a nice little present, and that was to go down to Florida to check out the energy companies down in Florida. So I just think it's just a little bit of this for that.
Mm-hmm. And now, other than tonight, I think there's some other debate went on earlier today, didn't it?
Yeah, there was one at WJZ, and once again, both of the camps, both the Democrat and Republican camp, had it so that it was to be as confusing as possible for citizens that really wanted to have their voice heard. So that this is part of the machinery that we call democracy.
So you're really disappointed about what's happened tonight?
I'm very disappointed. Because you want to know something? The state of Texas. Now, Maryland is supposed to be such a progressive state, but the state of Texas had not one independent candidate, but they had two independent candidates that were running for governor, and they were on the gubernatorial debate. Now, you know, I find that to be quite shameful. And if Maryland is supposed to be such a progressive state, we're really not showing it by not allowing all the voices, all the choices, and better yet, all the folks that are on the ballot. Everyone that's on the ballot is supposed to take part in debates. That is what a democracy is supposed to be all about. That's not happening here. That's what makes me sad. It makes me sad as a veteran. It makes me sad as a disabled veteran that I defend the Constitution of the United States, and part of that is for every person to have a voice, and this is not being shown.
As you're watching this campaign with the mudslinging that's going on,
yes,
have you ever seen anything like it between these two guys, each one calling the other one a liar about crime stats and what they've done for the state on this issue and that issue? It really is. Do you find it disgusting? It
is more than disgusting. It's really out and out sad. Because once again, the real losers are the citizens of Maryland. We don't care about why this person don't like that person. We want to find out, how in the world can you make Maryland a better place? How can we get our education system back on track? How we can get the electricity issue right back on track? And neither one of these guys are talking about it. But they'll speak against each other, just like I said, like two spoiled kids in a sandbox fighting over the shovel.
Now, what about these signs? You've got some down here, but it looks like they've been allowed to go up further.
Yeah, that's something else that just came on. Mm-hmm. As we came up, we saw the signs from Ehrlich or O'Malley, but when we wanted to put our signs up, they sent the biggest and the baddest of the security guards out here to tell us that we were not allowed. And when we questioned that, he came up with some phony baloney story about private property and whatnot.
Okay, well, thanks a lot, Ed.